Today guys, I have a special treat for you guys. If you guys haven't been paying attention to the channel, you guys might know that recently on Twitter or in some of my videos I talk about getting a new controller, and well, we finally received it, and look what it is. I actually purchased this. I did the pre-order for the DualSense wireless controller from PlayStation. This is their official Pro controller, I guess, to compete with the Xbox Pro controller that they have. And I tell you, I'm very excited for this because currently, oh, here it is. Let me unplug it. Currently, I use this. If you guys don't know, this is the Hex gaming controller. I definitely like this one because look, it has one paddle, two paddle, and then 2, 3, 4. So 4 paddles, and then it has this like grippy material right here. It has the short triggers. So I definitely like this one, but I wanted something from PlayStation that was official, that had a couple more features that I was looking for that controller didn't offer, because there are a couple cons to that, and I'm gonna tell you when I actually show you guys this one, all the really cool stuff that this brings. So let's get into it. Let's open it up and then we'll talk about it. So here we go. We have the DualSense wireless controller, the PlayStation 5 controller. I already cut this open for you guys, so I didn't have to cut it while I was trying to open it and record this all at the same time. So very good looking box. Obviously, you know, PlayStation, they usually pack their products pretty good. If you got the PlayStation 5, kind of same setup. We open it up and then you have the white PlayStation box. And when I opened this up, I was very, very excited for what came, because I heard about this case, but I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a hard case, but yeah, it's kind of like an eggshell. It's very clean looking, and there's some cool features. I'll show you once we get into that, but I just wanted to open this up real quick. You open it up and then you'll have the controller, right? And then underneath it, you'll have 4 thumbsticks. You'll also have an extra set. Well, you have 2 back paddles. I actually put one on already. You can see the missing slot. It has something for your cable. And then obviously the last but not least, is gonna have the cord that comes with it. But now that we open this up, let's dive into it, why this controller is so cool and some of the cool features that come with it. So now that we have it open, you guys saw the case itself when I was showing you guys. And something I wanna show you guys that you don't know is what's cool about it. It actually has this trap door right here. If you pull it down, you can see you can plug it in and never have to take it out of the case and still charge the controller. So that is something for you guys to keep in mind if you guys want to keep it in this case. Very hard case, definitely something I think a lot of you guys are going to appreciate, because you can hook this into a lot of things. You protect the controller, and at $200, it's definitely something you want to protect, right? So what I want to do is, guys, is take a look at the controller itself. Just look at this beauty. This thing is absolutely something that is very clean looking. I was unsure if I was gonna like the white and black tones, because the controllers I typically use are either all black or they're colored. None of them, I don't typically use the white one, but this one that's white and black, it's kind of glossy. I definitely like it. Even the buttons right here are glossy, matches the gloss right here. Very nice. And if you look right here, you can't see it, but it's it's kind of rugged. I really like it. It gives it some type of grip, so you really don't have to worry about too much. But at $200, this thing brings a lot of features, and that's what I kind of want to go over. First things first, if you guys look on the back, we have the back paddles. For me, I was always looking for a controller that my middle finger can fit, because this is how I typically hold it. So for me right here, this is how I hold my buttons. But with most paddles, they actually use this one right here. I gotta do it like this so you guys can see. You see these paddles? So you can actually adjust the paddles themselves. And what I did is I actually have these, but you could pop these off and you could put these, and then you'll have the paddles to the side. But for me, my middle finger actually sits like this, and this is how I play. So I've always looked for a controller that was like this. And if you look at my other modded controller, right, the Hex gaming one, I actually use these two. I don't use the paddles, I use these two. So for me, this was the perfect balance. This was something I was actually looking for, and I really enjoyed. Number 2, a lot of the aftermarket controllers like Hex Gaming and some of the other controllers, when you look right here, you have trigger stops, right? And this is as far as you go. You can't adjust it. But on this one, it actually allows you to adjust it 2 different levels. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it up one, and now we're in the middle, right? So it goes a little bit lower. If I go all the way up, it goes all the way. And you could have them adjusted. It controls each trigger. So this one is short and this one's long. So depending on what you like, you can adjust this. But for me, for most games, most FPS games, third-person shooters, I actually like this. But if you need to, like if you're doing a driving game, you might want to go all the way up. And that's what's cool about this controller right here. And this is one of the big features that a lot of controllers don't have. If you look right here, just so you guys can see this hex game, I'm just trying to hit this. You see this? Short triggers, but there's nothing I can adjust. So that is one of the features. And then if you look at the PlayStation one, right? The regular PlayStation one goes all the way down. You can't adjust it. So this was a huge upgrade for me, at least. Not only that, these little sticks can actually pop off pretty easy. Just grab it like this and you pop it off. And if you look in here, you have your four sticks, and then they're different sizes. So you get 2 long and then 2 short. So that's pretty cool. And then also you guys see the back paddles. So that is something cool that you guys can adjust, and you can just pull those off. They're pretty simple. And then we'll just see if I could do this from this distance. Yeah, here we go. There you go. So it's all good. And you're good to go. And you should hear that snap. If you don't hear that snap, make sure you pop it in. Now, one thing that I probably will do is, to be honest, these thumbsticks are a little bit short for me. So I will probably add maybe some Control Freak thumbsticks on there, right? To give it a little bit. So I have like some right here, some of these white ones. So I'll probably throw these onto here, because I typically play with one shorter, one longer. Like if you look right here, one short, one long. But since I don't have the long ones for this that are as long as that one, what I'm gonna do is I'll probably put some thumbsticks on there for you. And maybe in the future, or I'll look online, maybe they already have it. If you guys have noticed other people talking about it, that is something. Now, a really cool thing is, if this whole module gets damaged or doesn't work, you could actually take this apart, and there's like a release button here, and this pops up, and you could just take it off. And that's what's actually another really cool feature for this controller itself. And to pop it off is pretty simple. If you see this release button right there, you just push it to the right, and then if you notice, it just literally pops off. And that's what I was telling you. If this ever gets damaged, you can replace the left or right without having to do anything. So that's pretty cool right there. You can just pop it right off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back on, because, you know, I just got the controller. I don't wanna mess with it right now. And to pop it back in is pretty simple. You just push the 2 little latches inside of it, and then it just snaps back on, and you'll hear the snapping. So very, very simple way to fix your controller if it ever goes bad. And I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna have a lot of fun fully testing this out. But this right here alone, being able, at least for me, it was a big upgrade. And another really cool thing you get with the controller is you get this braided right here, right? This braided cable, but you get this locking system for it. And this is gonna help you from this little piece going bad and it like loosening. So all you have to do is you grab this. Let's see if we can get this on camera. You open it up. You're gonna tuck it in like that, right? You tuck it in. Hopefully you guys can see this good enough, right? Perfect. Snap it down. So there we go. Let me show you. Yeah, there you go. See? And then it has a locking system, right? What you do is you just grab this. You go in, you put it in, and you lock it. And then it's snug. So you typically only see something like this on those higher end gaming controllers. And that's what's cool about it too. You never have to worry about it. And I'll tell you, this is a pretty long controller, a pretty long cable. I play at a desk setup, so I have 2 monitors. So for me, this isn't an issue. I know the one downfall to this, I've heard it's about 4 hours of battery life. That's what some of the testers have been saying, 4 hours. That could be a big turn off for players who play from farther away from their TV, right? If you play on one of those big screen TVs, if you don't play, that could be the downfall. Every 4 hours, you would probably have to charge this. So I haven't been able to fully test this to test out how long it should last or how long it will last. But one thing I will tell you that I'm gonna be using it with this. So for me, it doesn't really bother me that much, right? So that's something for you guys to keep in mind. But this is the new DualSense Edge controller, Pro controller. This is the competitor to the Xbox. I forgot what the name of theirs, the Ultimate controller, I think that's what it's called. But I'm telling you, for me, this really stands out because of these buttons right here. I love the stop triggers. It has everything I look for in a modified controller. And now that it's officially licensed by PlayStation, it's perfect for me, right? Because I get the extra 2 buttons in the back, I get the stop triggers, and I get a controller that if it ever goes bad, I can replace this, right? Because I've had SCUF controllers in the past that have gone bad, right? And this right here giving you the option to change out that whole part is going to be good. So let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to test this out, but yeah, this is the new DualSense Edge controller. Very excited to test this one out. But that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Ain't nothing but skills out.